Good evening. Welcome to Mr. Charlie's YouTube channel. I'm Mr. Charlie. Today's topic is how I clean dirty coins using a rock tumbler. A lot of us are metal detectors. We go out metal detecting and we end up finding a lot of clad coins. We have found that the coins are all covered with dirt and mud, or it's almost cemented on them sometimes, and we're not able to spend that money at a retail store, and we're not able to run the money through a coin counter such as a Coinstar or at your local bank or whatnot. So the money needs to be cleaned. This is my recipe for cleaning it. First of all, what you'll need a rock tumbler. I purchased a rock tumbler for Harbor Freight online. It cost me between $30 or $40, and I have found that those last me about a year or two, well, actually probably a couple years usually. And as long as you treat them right, you don't overload them, you keep doing what you're supposed to with them, and keep them inside to the outside, they'll last you a little while. Now, what you need to tumble your coins. First of all, you'll need some dirty coins. I found all of these metal detecting. You'll need some type of soap to clean the coins with. Today we're going to use just plain old hand soap, but you can use any kind of soap. You could use dish soap, you could use laundry soap. I've got hand soap here. You could cut a little piece of soap from the bar and put in your tumbler, just something to separate the dirt from the coins. You'll need some type of aggregate. I am going to use aquarium gravel, but you can use sand like play sand. You can use, they make aggregate that you can buy for this, little plastic pyramids. It's lighter, so you can put more of them in there than something like aquarium sand. But aquarium rocks, but aquarium rocks work just fine. And you'll need some water and a strainer. There's people that I've been in the metal detector community talk about different recipes to use to clean coins. They talk about like putting vinegar and salt in there and running them together. And I have found that just plain old soap and water works as good as any of that. I did the vinegar and salt once. It turned all of my pennies to an orange color, which doesn't matter because I'm just putting them in the machine anyway. But this is the cheapest way, and it's what works best for me. Now I'm a guy that likes to talk about do's. You can do this, you can do that, but I don't like talking about don'ts, but we're going to talk about 4 don'ts right now before we start. Number 1, this is a destructive process. Putting coins in with sand or grit or gravel and then rubbing it through a washing machine type process is very hard on the coins. It damages the coins basically. So never ever put anything of value in a rock tumbler. If you've got a nice silver coin, the rock tumbler ain't the place for it. If you've got something, a piece of jewelry you're wanting to clean, the rock tumbler's not the place for that. Secondly, when you finish tumbling your coin, there's going to be a slurry inside of your drum. That slurry is made up of mud and soap and water and pieces of coin or whatnot. Do not dump that down your sink. It can turn hard, be like concrete in your sink, and be bad for your pipes. I don't know that from personal experience, but I've been told that before, and it's on the instruction manual for the tumbler. Number 3, don't overload your tumbler. I've got a single drum tumbler, and the maximum weight on that is 3 pounds. If you start putting in too much weight in it, it's hard on the motor. The motor gets hot, and it's hard on the belt. You'll break the belt, and you'll end up having to replace the belt. Read the owner's manual for the particular tumbler that you've got, and stay under that weight. And 4th, it doesn't matter to me because I'm going to dump all of my coins in some type of coin counter, but you may want to separate your pennies, both your copper pennies and your zinc pennies, from the rest of your items. Tumbling pennies in with other coins will turn the other coins a gold color. For example, I tumbled both of these keys, were both silver, but silver colored anyway, before I tumbled them in a rock tumbler, and now they're both gold. They're both copper colored from the pennies. So without any other further ado, let's get started. Okay, we've got the drum that goes in the rock tumbler. I'm going to take our aggregate, which in this case is aquarium gravel. I'm gonna put it in there. You notice I put like a 1/4 cup in there. And then I'm gonna take, I've got some dirty money that I won't clean. I'm gonna dump it in there. And you can see there's dust. I probably need to be wearing a respirator. Good night. Then I am gonna put about, they say put enough to cover your coins up, put enough water in there that it'll get nice and dirty and nasty and whatnot. And then just put a little dab of soap, a little dab of do-you. Put that all in there. We're ready to go now. We'll lock this tumbler up. Okay, I've seated the lid in here nice and tight. Put the drum in the tumbler. Make sure the lid's nice and tight because if it leaks, you'll get in all kinds of trouble at home. I'm gonna hit the on button. It is washing the coins like a wash machine right now. And I'll let this run for, 20, 30 minutes or so. Okay, we have tumbled our coins. We've got a drum that's full of soap here. We've got our strainer. So now we're going to take it over to, got to figure out how to do this with one hand. Got our strainer. We're going to dump our coins into the strainer. And you see how ugly that water is. It's coming out nice and brown. We're going to take it to the water hose. Turn the hose on. Rinse it out real good. We're going to take our drum, rinse our drum out. Having a little problem with the icing here in southeast Texas today. The pool's wanting to freeze up a little bit. And we finished that part. Okay, now that the coins have been tumbled and washed, I set the strainer on top of the drum because I don't want to drop any of that slurry on my clothes or something like that because it'll stain it. And I do like a once over, check over my coins, make sure that I don't have anything that's valuable in here that I may have missed. I found many a wheat penny and a few silver dimes going back over my stuff that I'd missed originally. I also take out get the corroded zincs. I know this zinc penny isn't going to go through the coin machine, so I've got a reject bottle. I'll just throw it in there. And that's it. It's, as Chef Tell would say, very simple, very easy. Thanks for watching my video. Have a good evening and take care.